number 50, Cole Anthony. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, Franz Wagner. At center, 7 foot, number 5, Mo Bamba. Starting at the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. The head coach of your home team. Another round of applause for your Orlando Magic.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. GA, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, Cole Anthony has made a name for himself when it comes to hitting cold-blooded game winners. He said, I do this, man. I was bred for this. I'm not the type to go hide. I live for these ending moments in games. Crunch time, that's my time. Guys?
Just like his dad right next to me. David, thank you very much. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Andre Drummond.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Curry, and it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Magic, they've got Wagner. Suggs out there with Anthony. Then it's Bamba, and it's Carter in at the 4. And late in the season, we see playoff teams, Greg, resting their star players. Any excuse for lottery teams doing the same thing?
Not as far as the league is concerned. If they're healthy, what's the goal? Throwing away games is not acceptable.
Now, here's Wagner. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
His first team foul.
Now, here's Wagner. Tight defense on him. Pass to Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. Over Irving. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Outside Irving.
First team foul.
Back to Brown. Drummond with a screen on Anthony. Brown drives in. The kick out to Irving. Shoots over Wagner. Irving misses. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Bamba. Out to Anthony. To the middle. Now, here's Wagner. Covered by Irving. And so just over a minute and a half played. Drummond with a screen on Carter. Here's KD. Offensive rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
There are a few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Irving up top, covered by Anthony, and he gets the bucket.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble, easily gets himself free of the defender.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hunter on the wing. He dishes it to Suggs. Out to Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter with the screen on Irving. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Nobody near Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 5 now.
The team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Anthony, the pass to Carter. Stolen by Durant. Down low. Anthony on him. Durant score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Well, one of us here knows Cole Anthony quite well. The guy to my side here, Greg, his dad. Care to share with us a story about your son playing hoops growing up?
Well, I tell you one thing. He's always had that belief, that inner belief in himself and his abilities. And that's something that started early on in his life. And honestly, that's when I knew he had a chance to be a really good player.
That's good from Anthony. Okiki's checked in for Bamba. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Andre Drummond. And Anthony drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Anthony against Irving. And the pass to Brown. Into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
To the inside. Here's Suggs. Good work there as it goes.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Irving passes to Durant. Irving sets a screen for KD. Over Carter. They get it back. A second chance effort. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Here's Suggs. Curry with some nice D. Brooklyn leading by 5. Kicks to Irving. Now here's Durant. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. And it goes down 2 points. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Magic have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Pass to Wagner. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Okiki. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Chuma Okiki. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good for the Magic. Lopez, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Ross comes in for Wagner. And it's Gary Harris in for Suggs. And the Nets making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Anthony. Driving in. The rebound by the Nets. Outside Irving. There's the triple. And KD the bucket on the assist by Irving. Durant's got 7 points.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, describes his approach down the stretch.
For me, I just try to feel out the game, think about plays that I could run in order to execute. That kind of I've been holding on to, paying attention throughout the whole entire game where either it's attacking the big or attacking my man.
Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
Johnson.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
They've got Harris. Also Anthony out there. Robin Lopez out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Okiki in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. It's ironic that while the league took refuge in Orlando to complete the 2020 season, the Magic has had no reprieve from the rash of injuries that affected its top young players the last few years. This team is well coached and plays hard. Hopefully their fortunes will change when it comes to health. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. Brooklyn leading by 11. Here's Mills. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Now with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen, Clark, the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
Here's Irving. The Magic hitting the bucket. Durant kicks to Irving. Johnson with the screen on Anthony. Johnson outside. 5 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. The baseline J. Misses off the left iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Anthony. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Misses from close range. Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Mills. And the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lopez outside. Spins. Dishes to Anthony. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. Goes back up. That one misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Sometimes the bench players are a little overlooked and undervalued, but make no mistake, they play a vital role in deciding games.
Assisted, KRAIT Irving.
On offense, here are the Magic, trailing by 13. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Lopez against Griffin. Lopez, no luck.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Lopez. Wendell Carter comes in for Okiki. Wagner's checked in for Ross. And it's Suggs in for Gary Harris. And the Nets making a change here as well. Brown is checked in for Johnson. Now here's Durant. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. The kick out to Irving. Over Anthony. And the Nets miss again. And the Magic with possession, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Here's Mills after the made shot from Wendell Carter. 1:33 left to play here in the half. And Mills kicks to Irving. Griffin a screen on Anthony. Irving can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 11.
And when it comes to handling the rock, Irving is second to none.
Greg, could not agree with you more. He is special in the highest form of special. Great ball handling skills, finishing ability with both hands. I don't know if I've seen a better finisher under 6'3" in the history of the league. You might have somebody in mind, but nobody's been better than KRAIT Irving at finishing and getting it done with his handles and skills.
Really left alone that time. Mills has got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
41 seconds left now here in the second. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And Curry subbed in for Patty Mills. There's 38 seconds left here in the second. Here's Anthony. Second shot opportunity, and it's KRAIT Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Here's Suggs. The Magic again can't hit. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. High-scoring half, Blake. What broke this game open?
It starts on defense. You know, our defense did a good job of getting stops, getting rebounds, getting out in the open floor, and got some easy buckets, and then, shots start to fall.
Looked good in the first half, Blake. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down. How hard is it to stay motivated when you're one of those teams looking up from the bottom?
Oh, you talking to me? I thought you were talking to Kenny because I don't have experience with that, Ernie.
What about those Rocket days losing in the finals? Oh, my bad. That slipped out.
Oh, jeez. bringing up the pass.
And time now to acknowledge what was a tremendous half of play for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to you.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Curry in at the 2. Pass to Wagner. Out to the right wing. Down low. Here's Anthony. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's 8 points for Cole Anthony.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Drummond in the post, covered by Bamba, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now a look at the stats for Bruce Brown.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Pass to Suggs, fires the 3, and it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Irving. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Bamba. Outside Curry. Back to Irving. He kicks it to Drummond. The pass to Curry. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. He takes it in. The lead now in single digits. Suggs has got his 2nd basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's...
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Irving against Anthony. Carter right side. Rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Inside. Irving passes to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
The assist.
Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Now, here's Wagner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the paint. Another shot. It's good, and the Brooklyn Nets cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Bamba. Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dragic has checked in. Durant dishes to Curry. Here's Brown. Orlando grabs the miss. Suggs with the ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here's Dragic. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. KD drives in. And then Durant with the jam.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
Out to Anthony. Over Dragic. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here is Durant. He's got 13. Brown feeling out of it. Clock at 6. Drummond sets the screen for Brown. Outside for KD. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. KD's got 15 points. And Greg, when it comes to players who've led the league in rebounding, very few have done it as many times as Drummond.
And the guys that have done it more than twice, like Andre, I've got some good news for him. Every one of them is either in the Hall of Fame or soon will be.
Now here's Curry. Jalen Suggs unable to get his last shot to go. Curry kicks to KD. Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Another day, another chance at the rim for Drummond. This is where he likes to do his best eating.
The Magic trail by 16. Pass to Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Now, here's Suggs. He's tightly guarded. The shot that time, not on target. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Drummond missing. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. Suggs kicks to Anthony. Bamba a screen on Dragic. Passes to Bamba. The dish to Suggs. And hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Brooklyn, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Right back after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fultz is out there with Harris. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Bamba. And it's Ross in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Bamba. Lets it go with the 3. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Bamba passes to Fultz, driving inside. That one, no good. Dragic with some nice D. Nets leading by 14. Outside Curry. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Magic have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here's Fultz. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Outside Curry. Takes it inside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Ross. The fader misses off the right iron. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Curry kicks to Dragic. Curry against Fultz. Shot clock at 5. Curry passes to Dragic. The 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Dragic against Fultz. Now the pass to Ross. From past the arc. The rebound by the Nets. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Count it. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
Making a switch here. Okiki's checked in. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for Goran Dragic. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Down low, they need this, and the dunk by Bamba.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz. They're excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Irving. What's the status, David?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Nets was able to update me on the situation. He told me that it's definitely a broken elbow, obviously a very serious injury. If he were to miss time right now, it would really hurt this team, especially during the latter stages of the season. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Greg, player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, The power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
The Magic making a switch here. Hampton's checked in.
And just like his brother Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Now, here's Hampton. They set the pick. Here's Okiki. And a good offensive ball. And against the bucket.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Mills dishes to Curry. Six on the shot clock, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now, here's Hampton, covered by Mills. Harris outside. Okiki passes to Harris. Shoots over Curry. A nice shot by Harris. Here's Mills. 1:56 left in the game. Right wing. Pass to Aldridge. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Harris. Curry kicks to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Bamba. Thomas, no luck. The Magic trail by 18. Now Harris. They get a hand on it. He dishes it to Bamba. Bamba sends a screen. Hampton misses. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 22 is their biggest lead.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
This gives them some gloating room, if you will. It's a special win because now they'll finish 3-1 against us.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thomas inside. He's guarded by Ross. Now, here's Hampton. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.